I'm really amped, man.
Yeah.
This is a pretty balanced group, really talented group of guys, and I don't actually know who's going to advance.
As they said, it is the group of aggression. These guys are all a little bit crazy. As MarineKing said, he feels very confident against Kyrix. Kyrix, so stylistic, just like MarineKing. Two very stylistic players who will change their style and bend to actually defeat the other player.
Normally we have a pretty orthodox guy in at least one of these groups. Normally a guy who's more macro-oriented. In this case, it's not going to be the case. As you guys who have joined us earlier saw, Trickster getting first place, and April Prime getting second. That means MVP Genius and the Fruit Dealer are going to go down to the up and down matches.
So many champions in the up and down matches, Tasteless.
Yeah.
MVP, Nestea, Slayer's Boxer, Fruit Dealer, and BlizzCon champion, Genius. Up and down matches are so star-studded. It's actually amazing.
I know. It's actually insane that the up and down matches are this good.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these guys that came up from Code A are just solid. But enough of that. On to the Secret Girls.
해병한 이정훈 선수, 이번에야말로 진정한 1인자로 거듭나서 꼭 옵티머스 프라임으로 활동하는 모습 보고 싶어요. GSL 머치는 이정훈 선수의 무대가 되길 바랄게요. 화이팅! 공격의 대명사 한준 선수, 끝없는 공격으로 이번 시즌 활약을 기대할게요. 저그의 희망이 될 수 있도록 분발해주세요. 아자아자 화이팅! 테란이 낳은 김승철 선수, 김승철 선수가 낳은 테란. 이제는 그 이름을 더 널리 떨치기 위해 우승을 노려주세요. 김승철 선수는 해낼 수 있을 겁니다. 그쵸? OGS 인카 송준혁 선수, 항상 즐거운 경기력으로 팬들을 즐겁게 해주셨는데요. 덕분에 저희도 너무너무 즐거웠습니다. 이제는 결승 무대에 한번 올라볼 때가 되지 않았습니까? 원하는 바를 이루시길 송준혁 만세!
Those are some outfits these Secret Girls are wearing. I feel like
some hair that they're
that's
wearing.
some hair, man. I feel like to complete that, we need to have a giant lollipop in the hand. You know, one of those rainbow ones, big circle ones.
Is that what you want to see?
They look like they're from Candyland. You know, the board game.
Terrible board game.
No, it's no Hungry Hungry Hippos.
It is not
It's not Hungry Hungry Hippos. All right. So, our two players at the top, MarineKing Prime against ZeNEXKyrix. Aaron versus Zerg. Our next game, SC Boyu against OGS Inca. With the results of those two games, we're going to know who's going to play who after that. It is so important to win your first game.
It is. And that is why, of course, some of these players chose who they did. MarineKing chose Kyrix because he figures, hey, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see, Tasteless. Can he do it? I think he definitely outclasses Kyrix.
Now, one thing about our second match, Boyu against, or SC Boyu, against Inca, I think that's going to be a pretty even match.
Yeah.
SC Boyu was claiming that he's never loses to Inca on ladder, but when we see Inca play, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
He's also one of the more confident players going into the booth.
A lot of these new maps as well, better for the Protoss versus Terran matchup.
Yep,
Whereas
certainly.
on the ladder, a lot of the maps seem to favor Terran a little bit more in that matchup. At least they have in the past. And here we go.
Look at those points, man.
That's a lot of points. 2,499.
That's almost 2,500.
That's
my math
so
serves me
close to
correct.
that, man. Whereas Kyrix, I mean, he's way below that.
Well, you know, MarineKing Prime's points are so disproportionately large because he has been in the finals twice.
Yeah.
Both times losing in somewhat one-sided games.
Yeah, well, him versus Nestea was a long.
Oh, actually, what am I saying? That was pretty
But
good
him
too.
versus MVP is pretty terrible. Terminus Re is going to be our map. A huge map, Tasteless.
Great map.
Very easy to take a lot of expands on. It looks like we are getting ready, gearing up. As they say, there's no turning back now.
It's time. We've lit the fuse. Let's get ready for some StarCraft 2 action here with Taste and Artosis. Tastosis, the casting Archon here at the GSL. The greatest, biggest, bestest esports tournament in the world. The greatest show on earth. Let's go.
These things and more.
All of these things and more. All right, let's get this going. It's on over here in the center left location, known for his insane marine-based one-tier style.
MarineKingPrime.WE.
And the only player to get to the finals twice.
Yep.
in GSL history. Cold, focused, confident, Marine King Prime. Over here, in the opposite location, our Zerg player known for a very aggressive mid-tier style, most successful during Season 2 of GSL.
ZeNEXKyrix.
And in fact, if I do recall correctly, these two had that insanely epic match in that season.
Oh yeah,
in the round
of
of
course.
8. Remember that Shakur's Plateau game? Oh my.
Oh my goodness. Thank you Intel and G-Skill for making this event possible and supporting esports. And thank you Artosis
Tasteless.
for your wisdom,
Oh,
for your charm.
you're so kind. Thank you, Tasteless, for being funny
Oh.
and intelligent and just being great at announcing when we're going to go to breaks and cut scenes and stuff.
Well, I could probably use some work on that. And also, thank you, viewers, for tuning in. Please spread the word. Continue to post on forums, link to your friends. We know that unless you're watching this, the entire GSL is not free, but the money that you use when you pay for GSL services is essentially provided so that we can get better streaming quality to the rest of the people around the world who tune in. So, I mean, that money is basically going to support GSL and esports.
Very true. Now, interesting builds. Both players going for expansion first. Marine King skipping the Marines, not even making a barracks, just going straight for command center. Throwing down that barracks now.
You can get away with stuff like this as Terran if you're far away from your opponent. This is a big map.
Yeah, it would take forever for Zerglings to get over there. This is a pretty safe build overall. A little bit risky. I mean, if he did this every game through the GSL, by the finals, someone would be like, all right, and just make a quick pool.
This is a build that you want to have in your toolbox if you're a tournament player.
Yeah.
But people who have the best variety of build orders, usually in tournaments where their style is open up to the public, tend to have the most success.
It's important to be able to do a ton of different things. You don't want to be predicted, and it's kind of what happened to Marine King in the last finals, where MVP knew what he was doing. That's kind of what's been happening to Kyrix. Everyone kind of knows his style, and people are adapting to that. So it's very important to know all sorts of different ways to play.
True that, Artosis.
Double orbitals coming up, Marines being produced.
What they should really do is just take that satellite dish near the expansion, just put that on the command center.
Oh yeah?
Just get an
Call
SCV
down
over there.
wheels with that thing?
Yeah. Looks like roughly the same size, man.
Yeah.
That thing probably comes with cable.
Well,
Or satellite.
It's like, well, that doesn't make
That
sense.
actually makes no sense. When
It's
I
like a cable comes
Thank you
out
for
of
letting
the
me
end
hang
of
out
the
to
satellite
try
dish
Artosis.
and goes up to the moon, and it's like, no, Tasteless, that is a terrible idea. What if an airplane comes by and cuts that cable?
That would be pretty bad.
Yeah, it
Helicopter
would.
comes through.
Helicopters can't fly in space, Tasteless.
Well, maybe space.
What are you talking about, Tasteless?
Space helicopters
You're
can,
a mess.
Artosis. Space helicopters.
Space
Artosis.
helicopters.
Yep.
Oh, my.
Now, the SCE has gathered the intel. Nice job. You know, we don't see that enough with some of these players doing worker grabs on the scouting worker.
You do want to kill that worker as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Don't chase it too much with all your drones or SCVs.
But especially
probes.
with SCVs, they're so weak. If you can just do a snap attack.
Yeah. Oh, Tasteless.
It'll probably be killed.
We have an interesting timing going across the map right now. And the thing is, there's no Zerg units scouting this. So he's actually going to get there, and Kyrix is going to have a grand total of 2 Zerglings. So this little group of Marines is actually going to be very, very deadly.
Yeah.
Speed is on the way, but only drones being made.
If this does enough damage, I mean, that's going to basically change the entire way this game's going to be played out if we go into late game.
Kyrix just starting, 10 Zerglings right now. And look at this, Tasteless. The drones are coming out. Yet good micro by Marine King, as always, killing off a ton of drones, and he is getting unbelievably far ahead by this attack.
Nice target fire in there, too. Man, he got a lot of drones. What was that, like 5 or 6 drones?
We got a ton of drones, Tasteless. Right now, our Zerg player Kyrix down to 26 drones against 32 SCVs. His economy is just terrible compared to Marine King's. But a ton of Zerglings are out. Marine King does not have a full wall, so as speed finishes, he may be able to do some damage.
Oh, yeah, right as you said that, it puts down a wall. And now, you know what's smart about this build is if Zerg sees it's going to be a fast command center, Zerg's going to say, oh my god, I need to get enough, as many drones as humanly possible.
Yeah. Well, he is redroning very, very quickly. Speed almost done, but not really enough Zerglings to deal with the Marines right now.
Even these speedlings might have a tough time against MarineKing Prime's impeccable marine control.
That's right.
And looks like he may barely lose this. We're going to see.
Look at that. Cases.
Yep, MarineKing Prime
Two
controls
very
so
damaged Zerglings left. Blue Flame on the way, as well as Hellions, as we see in the production tab.
I like this build.
And he's already got his 3rd command center, Tasteless.
You know what's beautiful about this is, excuse me, had a hiccup. You're forcing the Zerg to make a ton of Zerglings.
Yeah.
You do a pressure attack twice, so Zerg keeps thinking, all right, I need to make something to hold this off. Zerg has 2 expansions, so a total of 3 bases very accessible to him, where he can make drones. That means the layer's going to be later, especially when you incorporate the number of Zerglings Zerg is going to make to hold up the pressure attacks. So sitting Hellions down here with a blue flame is going to do a lot of damage. There's so much area where the Terran can attack from, so many locations that the Hellions can corner the Zerglings, or even put themselves in a corner so those Zerglings can't deal damage to them.
Yeah. Well, Tasteless, the other really cool thing is that MarineKing is doing these harasses, and he's not known for mech. He's got 3 factories. When's the last time you saw him with 3 factories?
Never.
Doesn't happen. So, quite interesting. Of course, both players have 3 bases up. MarineKing at 71 supply, Kyrix at 73. Those Blue Flame Hellions going to be a little bit scary for Kyrix. His Roach Warren is not even half done at this point. And very smart moves by Kyrix at his natural expansion.
Oh, very nice. We're going to get a shot of that now at the entrance. He's walled it off with Evolution Chambers. No! What? Yeah. Unfortunately, he can still damage everything on the other side. That includes the Queen, while still simultaneously damaging these structures. And the Queen barely makes it through.
Yeah, that's a lot of Evolution Chambers sitting up there. Targeting the one that's upgrading a little bit.
Smart move there.
Queen is angry. Get away from my Evolution Chambers.
Those are my babies. They're all grown up. I don't know if he's going to get that destroyed before the upgrade finishes.
Yeah. 15 roaches being hatched right now.
Whoop. All right. Kyrix does a little bit of scouting. Says, "Uh-oh, mech."
Yeah, that's
not just
a
any
lot
mech,
of mech.
5 factory mech, 4 tech labs, and 1 reactor.
You know, he's got an insane economy right now, Tasteless. A lot of Thors being made. The Spire is going up. It seems like, oh, nice Blue Flame Hellion harass. Zergling's trying to catch him. But really, it'd be the roaches that drive him off.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like MarineKing Prime is just 1 step ahead of Kyrix at every turn.
You know what I love about this is that MarineKing Prime is showing that he can actually be Mech King Prime.
Oh.
No, but seriously, I mean, it's true. He's actually nice drone snipe. Doing a completely, oh my god, a completely different play style.
Yeah.
And having a tremendous amount of success with that. You can see Kyrix has sort of been like caught off guard and saying, whoa, all right. I'm going to have to kind of mix this up. I was sort of expecting a low tier play, but MarineKing Prime says, no, on a big map like this, no need to go for Marines.
Yeah. Well, so many factories. What will MarineKing do from here? Will he take... I think what he's going to do is take a 4th and just start the push. You know, he's not really getting any upgrades for Marines or anything. Kyrix, in the meantime, 4 Evolution Chambers. Make sure that they're upgrading at all times. Not really upgrading anything, though.
Yeah.
But he is getting drops. So that's always smart to get against mech. You need drops because mech is very immobile. It takes a while to really get back to the base to defend anything. More factories being put down as well.
Terran may expand again, max out, push.
Yeah.
He could push now. I don't know if that's the wisest move, but I'll leave that to MarineKing.
He's actually got more supply than Kyrix. Kyrix has 162, MarineKing has 175. His army is just better.
And what he wants to do is have a nice siege tank spread up here. Mutants, I don't know how effective they're going to be with the presence of these 4 Thors.
Yeah, with 4 Thors there, it's going to be hard to really use them. Showing a huge clump of Overlords that might give away that he's thinking about drops.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he's just going to go ahead and drop right on the army.
Yeah, it looks